Today, my lord, the condition is such, my lord, going by whatever, my lord, they have annexed to the petition, apart from what is being verbally said to the court, but at least, my lord, there is nothing on record to show that, my lord, the situation is out of control today. I very respectfully say the situation is within control. Number two, my lord, going by his annexures, my lord, there has been no fresh incidents. Number three, my lord, we have said, my lord, that the police contingent that has been rushed to that place, and my lord, that is over there. Senior police officials are there, my lord.
But they have given you certain names yesterday.
Not yesterday. Today, 8:25. 8:25 in the morning. I have it in my mobile phone.
Your report is that there was no information which was given to you, and the names which were given, I think, in course of the hearing that was given to you.
Yes, I couldn't follow, my lord. 10 names, my lord, is told to the court. But the court
any attempt on the part of the police administration to find out whether they are really the residents of that particular locality and whether they are still residing in their houses?
My lord, I'll have to take instruction on this, my lord, because I couldn't even, my lord, contact, my lord, the number one person over there to take, my lord, all instructions. But, my lord, there is an hint in my report.
Yes, I have seen that. That's why I'm putting a query to you.
Yes. But we have said that, my lord, as of now, my lord, there is no.
Yes. What I said yesterday in course of the hearing, 5 names were given.
I can file a short report on that also.
I understand 10 or 15. We are not going into the numbers. There were certain names which was given. Now, at least the genuine attempt must be shown by the police to identify whether they are the local resident
at all or not.
At all or not.
Right.
What are their houses, house number, whether they are still there in their homes. These things will come. Nothing.
But had my learned friend given it yesterday, I would have taken instruction. I have taken instruction on everything.
8:25 in the morning.
No, yesterday.
That's why I started by saying that these
5 names. I read it in fact.
No.
Any sheet or something you have given or what?
No, he has not.
I read it in court. The learned AG has said certain things with regard
to if my learned friend is still pursuing his prayer for Central Forces deployment, but I have got some submissions to make. If he doesn't make this prayer, of course, but I'll not waste the time of the court.
Come with the instructions.
Because the situation.
What it appears from their petitions, the primary concern is the safety, security, and maintenance of peace.
Yes.
In the locality.
Right. The police has taken all steps,
and there should not be any discrimination to be perpetrated. There should be an impartial way of tackling the issues. I think that is a paramount consideration for both.
Right.
As a righteous person.
But it's the welfare state, my lord, it is my responsibility. It goes without saying.
So this is what they apprehend, that there may not
be. Now please consider, my lord, whether this apprehension is a justified apprehension or not. I am standing over here. My apprehension is that the fan is going to fall.
No,
whether it is justified or not. Based on whatever he has annexed, based on whatever is in circulation, and based on, my lord, whatever I have, my lord, submitted through my report, where your lordships know, my lord, there has to be, my lord, green light. So, but based on whatever is before your lordships, my lord, I very humbly submit, my lord, that situation is completely under control. Something has happened, no dispute on that. Police has taken steps. But we are very fortunate that there is no loss of life. There is some injury here and there, no doubt about that, but very few. And
sure that proper medical assistance.
Yes. But it goes without saying, my lord, whatever, my lord, is required of the state will do that. If it doesn't require, my lord, the order of the court. But, my lord, I want to add one thing. But I have got, my lord, the posts of, since my learned friend, though a lawyer belongs to a political party, my lord, what should I say, high portfolio holders of the party that he comes from should also, my lord, stop circulating in the X handle and all that. But I've got a few with me. If your lordships want, my lord, I can place it before the court. Now that can also give rise to incitement. That should also, my learned friend should ensure that this doesn't happen. I have it with me. I don't want to name these persons.
Before going into all these things, whether that tantamounts to provocation or not, firstly, my lord, my annexures were relied upon. with very selective things.
Yes, yes.
What the state he did, selective. They showed that everything is a very rosy picture, situation under control. Now, annexure at page number 24, it says over 30 houses and shops and houses were ransacked. The last line, the groups carrying weapons on the streets, locals alleged bombings. Several persons were injured and a number of people were missing. Now, the Bengali annexure that says, ঠিক কি নিয়ে সংঘর্ষের সূত্রপাত তা জানা যায়নি, তবে শনিবার বেলডাঙ্গায় যত্রতত্র গন্ডগোল শুরু হয়, ভাঙচুর চালানো হয় এবং দোকান এবং বাড়ি ঘরে অগ্নিসংযোগের ঘটনা ঘটানো হয়। বেশ কিছু জায়গায় ধারালো অস্ত্র হাতে দাপাদাপি করতে দেখা যায় বেশ কিছু ব্যক্তিকে। এলাকাবাসীর অভিযোগ মুহুর্মুহু বোমাবাজি হয়েছে, তাতে বেশ কয়েকজন আহত হয়েছে। পাশাপাশি রাত থেকে বেশ কয়েকজনের খোঁজ পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না। These are also parts of annexures. Now what the state has done, my learned advocate general is very much pleased towards the police administration. But one of the cabinet ministers of the state has showed their inability, that the police is unable to function in the state. I can bring it on record by filing a way of a supplementary affidavit. There are statements of a cabinet minister of the state saying that police is unable. They are not at all able to tackle the situation. So these are all, my lord, facts. My lord, what we are saying, my lord, police is not been able to tackle the situation. Large number of people they are missing. The reason why I could place it today in the morning because I am not being able to contact them. My lord,
Let these come by way of pleadings. Let these come by way of pleadings, not by oratory submissions.
Oratory, unless
Let it come. Then may I place his pleadings? We cannot fight litigations like this. This is not a political forum. That one-sided
The situation now.
situation, persons from the Hindu communities are not being able to reside in the area. They are
I strongly dispute this.
There was an order yesterday which was passed
Yes.
that
The email, the difficulty with the email is, since internet is suspended, how can they contact?
No.
Then how is he making these
Today,
submissions?
for this WhatsApp message, I got these names via WhatsApp message. A person had to come all the way down to Krishnanagar to send that message. Even the areas of Tehotto and all those areas also internet and all are suspended. The entire area of Beldanga, Tehotto and all those areas. Person had to come to Krishnanagar to send that message. So I could send it today in the morning. Well, one thing, what had fallen from the state, that there has been statements from various leaders from the opposition dispensation. Now, we all know police at certain times have to take preventive steps. It was on one occasion, few months back, one of the members of legislative assembly from the ruling dispensation in the district of Murshidabad, he had commented that আমরা 70 ওরা 30 কেটে গঙ্গা জলে ভাগীরথীর জলে ভাসিয়ে দেব. This sort of statements, does it not tantamount to provocation? It is in the district of Murshidabad and it is surrounding areas of
I cannot
and this
respond
sort
to
of
this.
persons.
I cannot respond to this. I can name 10 persons of his political party also,
We have the document.
including film actors. He should not make it a
But
political
the only
forum.
thing is that to instill confidence in the minds of the public at large.
Now,
It's what I am saying before your lordship, persons of the Hindu communities in that area are not being able to reside because that the area demography is the majority belongs to the Muslim community and Hindus are the minorities over that area and they're not being able to reside in their respective.
Well, I dispute, my lord. I have taken instructions.
there was already a direction that to ensure their safety and security, it is a duty of the police to see that they live in their houses. So
Now with the suspension of internet, no news as per the
what would be according to you? You are also in dark that what is the prevalent situation there?
but what I humbly beseech your lordship is there is a BSF camp nearby.
Now the peace is restored or the situation is under control, but there has been a divergent.
But what I say is, what is the harm?
But he is not a person of that locality,
আমি একটা কথা বলি।
or not of that district.
Let-
Why is he saying all these things when who doesn't reside over there?
আর we are সে মামা বাড়ি পিসে মশাইয়ের বাড়ি ওগুলো বলে লাভ নেই। What
What are all politically motivated petitions?
Now,
this
that is
stray comments,
Of course.
what I'm saying,
I stand by what I'm saying. It's not a stray
what
comment.
what I'm saying is, state says that they want peace. We say we want peace. Now, to instill confidence in the minds of the public at large, it's evident that in presence of police, clashes occurred. Even after they took control of the situation, clashes occurred.
No, no.
It's there in the report.
No, no,
From
you state for your petition.
yeah, that
Well,
it was that
wh-
reacted.
What I humbly beseech your lordship is, my lord, state wants peace, we also want peace. My lord, there is a nearby BSF camp. If there is a deployment
The
of certain,
state is competent to restore
what
peace, if
is
at all.
difficulty that what I am beseeching your lordship, we all are in a situation, we are all in dark with regard to the situation. I am getting calls from various persons with very low network. Certain the calls are getting dropped and all situation is as such. Now, my lord, if there is a deployment of Central Armed Police Forces, what objection the state has?
Your reaction to it. Suppose if the independent persons, if they go and assess the situation and submit the report, then what is your?
Yes, absolutely, my lord. Absolutely, as it falls from your lordship, I have no objection. If independent persons over whom the state of West Bengal has no control,
Lordship, I have a separate prayer in regard to that. Let
we
me
can-
kindly submit.
we can have a consensus to that effect, my lord. Persons from the center as well as from the state, let a team be constituted and a report be placed.
Why?
Lordship, there is
The
a
central
separate
doesn't
prayer.
have anything to do with the law and
In
order.
regard to this, Lordship, actually, Lordship, this is a question of sovereignty of the state, Lordship. This is a question of sovereignty of the state. Whether the light system owner where from the issue actually had been cropped up on that day of Kartik Larai, he had been at all identified or arrested. Whether the state can show that the person who provoked a particular community to invite.
Yes, right, and 4 people in respect of each of those cases have been arrested.
Yes,
Let them come with an
What
affidavit.
they have
demonstrate.
said that so each peoples are there.
yes,
They have also registered a case. So far on the basis of that audio clip.
yes,
And,
Lordship.
they are saying that we are attempting or finding out that who is this person.
Situation is in control.
Yes,
And therefore, definitely, if the identity is,
okay,
I think the person is identified, then nothing will be taken.
yes,
Now, we are concerned more with the, as Mr. Bakshi says, with the restoration of a peace
yes, Lord.
or a harmony amongst the inhabitants of the local.
Absolutely, Lordship.
A maintenance of the peace and law and
Tranquility.
order and everything.
Everything under control.
Now, they say that it is under control. You say, I mean, Mr. Bakshi says that we don't know, we are in dark, but we are receiving some
Actually, internet connection has also been suspended.
phones from a distant place. This talks about that many people are still
Yes,
not been able, and the situation is not
yes, Lordship, because internet have not been restored. Yes,
what we say.
Internet
Something, the real picture has to come up.
yes,
Definitely, the state has an obligation to restore this.
yes, yes, Lordship.
Definitely, a person being a citizen of the country has also
Yes,
and constitutional obligations to come before the court
yes, yes,
for the fundamental rights to be protected of the people.
yes,
in the
Lordship.
public interest. So that is what we were thinking that what to do. Because the report is also, they say, because of the scanty or a lack of time, we could not.
Yes,
But whatever
yes.
we gather. So we have to, because we cannot sit idle, nor we think that the matter should be settled.
Yes.
Definitely, something is to be done. Then what would be the proper way of doing it? That is what we have to find out.
Yes,
Because
Lordship.
the public interest litigation is not an adversarial litigation.
Yes.
Absolutely, Lordship. Yes,
Milord,
It's an adversarial. What best for the citizen of the country we can do?
yes,
That is what we have to consider.
As should be come with
Yes,
an
Lordship.
affidavit.
Milord, may I,
As should be come with an affidavit.
Prior to your lordship's passing of any order or
Milord, may I,
anything.
Milord,
only
may I
one
make
thing.
some submissions made on what? Acha, Yes, yes.
Mr. Dotto was relying upon page number 29. Now, what I was pointing yesterday, I'm just repeating once again, my lord. There is a self-contradictory stand on the part of the police. What they've emphasized is no casualty, repeat, no casualty has been reported anywhere in the district. Now,
My
again, they say
management
6%
possibly
injured.
doesn't know the meaning of casualty.
Yes, yes, I.
Whatever is there,
Yes.
the report has come.
Ah.
The report indicates there has been a not casualty. Casualty and injury are two different concepts.
Yes.
So according to you also, there was no casualty as such, but the several persons were injured. Casualty connotes that somebody has
Yes.
been murdered or
There have been instances as such.
have you got the
Yes.
got the body or something of that kind. Should disclose.
ওই হবে এমনি লোক মরবে রোগে মরবে বলবে এতে মরেছে
Large number of people who have been injured, that is also admitted by them. There's no difficulty. But casualty, I believe, neither you have said nor anywhere.
No, we cannot bring it on record because everything is.
bring it on record. He cannot make submissions on the bar.
Cannot.
How am I to respond? Yeah.
Yes, you know, these
A PIL seeker will not make any research.
to that. If they say there was no casualty and then it appears there was a casualty, a serious issue.
Yes.
Scenario will be
They
changed.
will not spare. Will not spare.
My lord, what had fallen from your lordship, my lord, if a team is being formed, my lord, with that of the state and that
So
comprising.
he cannot make that submission.
My lord,
Under which law is he making this submission?
And from some.
But he has never, well, with respect, but I do not point fingers at the my fraternity.
He has said that what is politics.
But after all, Millard, he is an advocate. He should come and point out some law.
Come with an affidavit.
Some law which permits.
He cannot say. Who cannot dictate the court?
Your report appears to be a bit scanty. You say that certain information has been received by you in the morning. Now you have received the information. We wanted the detailed report in this regard. We also wanted him to bring certain facts which now is by the president before us. And we also wanted the center to give his assessment to the situations and then submit what information they have. Let us see. We are making this.
On that note, kindly permit me to make some submission. So far as the central party is concerned, kindly hear me. Please hear me on this, Millard. First is, Millard, your lordships know, Millard, that the central does not have the power under the constitution to frame any law.
Talking about that, I just wanted the assessment of a situation.
No, but how is the central government here? Why not the USA government made party over here?
He cannot appear.
Why? This is made with respect.
Yes, I'm saying the word.
Simply BJP people has come, that's the reason federal structure will go.
Yes, and central government will be made unnecessarily party.
Court can ask.
Yes.
How much is the chief minister, brother?
Central credit for us.
It's not an adversarial litigation. It's not an adversarial.
The kindly see, Millard, your lordship should comment on this also.
Yes.
Making unnecessarily, Millard, the central government and the central agencies parties and moving the court and looking at the central agencies advocate and Millard, the court's attention is invited that please ask the central government to file a report. Millard, this is a practice, Millard, which should be given up. Kindly look into the cost title of the writ petition. Please have a look to it. What has these people got to do over here?
Call for the yes. Sir, a copy then come. On his own.
But up to 5, all right. Yes, in every matter this is going on. Kindly take judicial notice of this. This has to stop. There's public interest litigants, Millard, cannot take the court for a ride. Millard, I have made these submissions over and over again. That it is not that politicians cannot file litigations. But you should prevent the politicians from filing litigations to have a political mileage. Millard, a person of Calcutta, a lady of Howrah, has tears in their eyes for Murshidabad. There is no advocate in Murshidabad practicing in this court.
Whether that is impermissible.
Of course, it is a point to be noted. And what research has he done? Yes. When I make submission, I will support it. Now, kindly see the cost title.
Mr. Banerjee.
Yes, my lord.
Sorry. Your advocate general is making a.
But I am sorry, but lordship kindly.
No,
Don't expect it.
Expected, but I am.
No,
It is also not expected. Beyond the ex-honorable Chief Justice has questioned him for his submission. But I am sorry, my lord. I'm sorry. I'm sorry with your lordship because advocate general is here. But he has compelled me. The lordship knows. The honorable Chief Justice is then questioned him in court. Questioned him in court.
Sorry.
But I'm sorry, Millard.
Tell me, Millard, I will go out of the court.
That is
But I will not tolerate. I will not tolerate that attitude.
But that is not the way. When your senior is there, he's talking.
He's so gentle, Millard. It can't.
The way. And we are tackling. We are shutting them. We are
Sorry, Millard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry with your lordship, but not with you.
We are just trying to find out the solutions. We are trying to find out the way. It's not adversarial litigations. This is not expected.
I'm not expecting, but I'm sorry to your lordship. I'm sorry. But kindly caution him.
This is not. We have already prevented him. If he was, then we say no. When he is making submissions, you can't. Have we not prevented him?
That is an instance, Millard, your lordship.
That's not. He was talking about
Achha,
situations. How to tackle a matter we know. The bench control.
Yes, well, I'm taking lead from your lordship, Millard. Yes, he will face.
I'm sorry, Millard.
This is not expected.